Hi guys! So, first of all, thank you to everyone who is watching my videos, and my friends are giving me good advice, on how to go about making more videos and how to better my videos. So, this is one of the. So, yeah, Sneha, I'm sitting a little far so that I don't get cut off by the camera. And Nagarjuna, I'm making notes. So, let's get started with the video. And this video I'm making is about my favorite festival, which is Holi. And also, it is my favorite festival because it comes around my birthday, and a few times I think it has fallen on my birthday, and on that birthday I have taken like this colorful outfit for my birthday and all. So this is like my favorite festival because first of all, it is colorful. Colors means happiness for me. Colors. And I have been through that pink monkey phase where you go next day to the school and you look pink with all that gulal on you, which will never go away in one day, and it takes about a week for it to fade away completely. So we used to have this whole toli. Toli means a group of people who we used to go around the campus. We used to stay in government quarters at the time, which I'm talking about. I was young, and we used to just roam around like these pink, blackish little monkeys, and nobody would be recognizable, and they were all kids, some teenagers, some kids. We were kids at that time, and that was the best time, I guess. We had colors in our pockets, and wherever we went, whoever we met who was not colored, it was all hell broke loose on them and we colored them. I also remember that some people who would not come out of their house, and these other teenagers would you know throw the color through window or something. It was really fun. And yeah, we would breach privacy like that at that time. Wow, golden times. So, and what else do I do for happiness and joy is I like to read. So this habit of mine was not always there. When I was in school, I used to like reading, but not the books that I should be reading. Like if there are my course books, I would like hate to read that books. But then if I go to the library and if I find something very interesting, I want to read that, I can spend like days in the library and read it. So it was like that. So and the true love for reading that I got was only after I started like preparing for civil services a few years ago. When I was preparing for them, I did prepare for them for like quite a bit, 4 years, yeah, 4 years, more than 4 years, and I didn't get through. It's okay, but I did develop this love, this joy for reading, and for reading for myself. And I was not a person who would like complete books in a day or a week. Now I do. So thanks to that, thanks to my coaching days, when I got used to grasping and imbibing that knowledge into my head. And it's joyful. It's like a book takes you to a different era, and of that time there will be a lot of events in history that had happened, and how those events affect the normal people's lives and all. The other day I was reading Little Women by Mary Alcott, and I also watched the movie. The movie is great, by the way. You should go and watch it. I mean, if you love literature and if you love that kind of womanly I don't know, these women writers who were like around the First World War, who used to write. I mean, their literature is like so liberating. Like, I mean, we do read about wars, and we do read about a lot of things in history in like our general curriculum, like in our college or school. But the homes and the women that were left behind, and how they were managing their lives and all, you must watch Little Women and maybe read the book too if you want to. It is beautifully written, and I, it amazes me that it was written in such a, older time, and still it has so much of relevance in this time. I mean, the style of writing and everything is so beautiful, and you still can see how beautiful that person's language is, and how simple and how elegant. It was amazing. And I'm still reading that book. I'm not through the book, but then I do know generally the story about, what were the events that happened, because I watched the movie. After the movie only I got to know about this book. That's sad, but yeah, that's how I got to know about it, because I have read a lot of literature before, but then the classics and all are like, I mean, you can never read enough. There's so much of material out there, so much of books out, so many books out there. You can get books free on Kindle, free on any other platform, audiobooks and all, paid or unpaid. You are getting a lot of matter now, and yeah, I have access to everything. So that's that. And so I was a movie that I was talking about. There was another movie, Parasite, that I watched this last month. And Parasite is a Korean movie, and oh my god, I can imagine why it would have won the Oscar. They have depicted the plight of, the poor people and the rich people who don't, I mean, whose lives are not affected as much by, events like maybe there's a flood, and there's a, what do you call, typhoon or whatever. Poor people suffer a lot because of that, and also the poor are fighting amongst each other for getting a position or getting a job where they can work for the rich people. I mean, poor are getting poorer and rich are getting richer. There is no other movie that can, depict that as beautifully as this one, because the whole plot, like how the rich people live like on the hills, and the poor people are like down, even the basement, even below the basement. And the journey from there to the hills is like, if one goes from the house, if one, like there are like four people in this family, the poor family, and then one of them gets a job in like he is a tutor to a rich girl, and then he also wants his other members of his family to get job in the same household or the same area, whatever. So they do their best to, knock the other people who are already working for the rich people off, and then they want to work in their place, and they want to make a place for themselves and their family. I mean, it was sad. It is a very sad movie, really. It was sad, seriously, because there was reference to, poor people, smelling a different kind, and that was really sad. But movies worth watching because it is all symbolic. I mean, subtlety with the things that they have to do. They have to con the rich to, come up and live like them in their house, even if they are just servants, but if they're living in a rich house. So that just depicts that. I mean, it is such a real movie, such a real thing that happens, and it is nice. It is worthy of the Oscar, I can say. So that's it for today. I mean, it's been a long video, and please comment below if you like it. Like my video if you like it. Comment below if you want any improvement. I mean, I'm always up for improvement. And then see you next time. Bye bye.